Welcome to my channel. This is Magic Hecate. In this quiz, you will find out how much you know about the Bible. Tips. The quiz will consist of 25 questions, and you will have 10 seconds to answer. Let's get started. First one. Who was the first king of Israel? Saul is the correct answer. Saul was anointed as the first king of Israel in 1 Samuel 10. Who is the oldest person recorded in the Bible? The correct answer is Methuselah. Methuselah lived 969 years according to Genesis 5. What was the first plague that God sent upon Egypt? Water turned to blood. The first plague, as described in Exodus 7, turned the Nile and other waters into blood. Who was the first person to build an altar to the Lord in the Bible? Noah built an altar to the Lord after the flood in Genesis 8. Which prophet confronted King David about his sin with Bathsheba? Nathan rebuked David in 2 Samuel 12. In the book of Acts, who was chosen to replace Judas Iscariot as an apostle? Matthias is the correct answer. Which tribe of Israel received no inheritance of land? Levi. The Levites received no territorial inheritance. How many days and nights did Jesus fast in the wilderness? "40 days. Matthew 4 recounts Jesus fasting for 40 days and nights. What was Paul's name before his conversion? Saul is the correct answer. Before his conversion, Paul was known as Saul. Which Old Testament prophet was swallowed by a great fish? Jonah was swallowed by a great fish in Jonah 1. What is the last book of the Old Testament? Malachi is not only the final Old Testament book, but also the last of the minor prophets. Which apostle was known as the disciple whom Jesus loved? John is referred to as the beloved disciple in John 13. Which king had a dream about a statue made of different metals? Nebuchadnezzar is the correct answer. According to the book of Daniel, the king saw an enormous statue made of 4 different metals. The head was made of gold, the torso of silver, the stomach and upper legs of bronze, and the legs of iron, with some clay mixed in for the feet. How many people were saved on Noah's Ark? Eight people were saved: Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives. What was the profession of the Apostle Matthew before following Jesus? Matthew was a tax collector before being called by Jesus. What is the longest book in the Bible by chapter count? Psalms has 150 chapters, the most of any book in the Bible. What did Jesus turn water into at the wedding in Cana? Wine is the correct answer. Jesus performed this miracle in John 2. Which prophet had a vision of a valley of dry bones? Ezekiel saw this vision in Ezekiel 37. Who interpreted Pharaoh's dreams in Genesis? Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams in Genesis 41. How many books are there in the Bible? There are 66 books in the Protestant Bible, 39 in the Old Testament, and 27 in the New Testament. What type of tree did Zacchaeus climb to see Jesus? Sycamore tree is the correct answer. Zacchaeus climbed a sycamore tree in Luke 19 to see Jesus. Who was the high priest who presided over the trial of Jesus? Caiaphas, the high priest, presided over Jesus' trial before the Sanhedrin. Who carried the cross for Jesus on the way to Golgotha? In Luke 23, Simon of Cyrene was compelled to carry the cross for Jesus as he was led to his crucifixion. Which apostle was exiled to the island of Patmos? John was exiled to Patmos, where he received the visions recorded in the book of Revelation. What is the name of the king who threw Daniel into the lion's den? King Darius had Daniel thrown into the lion's den in Daniel 6 for praying to God, despite a royal decree. How many correct answers did you get? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting tests and to de-stress yourself.